Today's video was requested by Indominus Gojira. He had a request for me to talk about anything that was non-kaiju related, other stuff that I'm passionate about. So because of that, I thought, well, you know what? I'm a big gamer and I love Halo, so I wanted to give my thoughts on really the whole Halo series. Now, it's not really going to be a retrospective per se. It's really just going to be my personal experience with the series as I've played them. And Halo holds a really special place in my heart, so I'm excited to really share what I love about the games with you guys. So I'm going to try to go through the games in a specific order, starting the one that kicked it all off, Halo Combat Evolved. For me, Halo 2 was my personal introduction to the franchise, but going back to Combat Evolved was eye-opening. The pure, unadulterated gameplay loop is just timeless. The gunplay feels so satisfying, the AI for the enemies was revolutionary for its time, and it still holds up today, and the story, while simple, was incredibly engaging and set the stage for everything that followed. That sense of discovery on the ring, the epic battles, it all just clicked. It's a foundational game for a reason, and my opinion is that it's still an absolute must-play for any shooter fan. Getting into Halo 2, now we're talking about my personal favorite in the whole series. Halo 2, for me, took everything that was great about the first game and elevated it. The refined gameplay, the introduction of dual wielding, the incredible story that expanded the universe and gave us iconic characters like the Arbiter, it was just a masterpiece. And the soundtrack, it still gives me chills. While the original graphics might show their age a bit, the anniversary visuals truly brought back this game to life. In my opinion, Halo 2 nailed the balance of compelling story and fantastic gameplay, regardless of the treacherous development history that this game has. For Halo 3, the conclusion to the original trilogy, and what a way it ended. Halo 3 built upon a gameplay of its predecessors with even more polish. This time Bungie knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they had the resources to fulfill it. The sandbox felt wider, the vehicle combat was refined, and the story provided a truly epic and satisfying conclusion to the Master Chief and Cortana's initial arc. Plus, the introduction of Forge and Theater modes added incredible replayability and community engagement. For me, Halo 3 represents the peak of the original Bungie vision of Halo, and it's a game I can always go back to and have an amazing time with. For Halo 3 ODST, this was a really interesting departure for the series. Stepping into the boots of an ODST, a regular human soldier offered a completely different perspective on the Halo universe. The gameplay shifted to a more grounded and at times stealthy experience, and the atmosphere, especially with the nighttime city exploration and that incredible jazz-infused soundtrack, was just phenomenal. While it might have initially felt like an overpriced expansion when it first released, ODST carved out its unique and memorable place in the Halo lore for me. Now with Halo 4, this marked a new era for Halo under 343 Industries, now known as Halo Studios, and it's where my opinions start to become a bit more mixed. While the gameplay felt smooth and modern, and the story focused on a deeper, more personal relationship between Master Chief and Cortana, I felt like something was lost in translation. The art style was a significant departure, the Promethean enemies didn't quite click with me, and the overall feel just wasn't the classic Halo I had come to love. While I appreciate what they tried to do with the narrative, Halo 4 for me just didn't capture the magic of the Bungie era. Now with Halo 5 Guardians, this is a game that I have somewhat a 50-50 love-hate relationship with. On the gameplay front, I think Halo 5 has some of the tightest and most fluid mechanics in the entire series, and the multiplayer was incredibly competitive and fun. However, the story campaign was a major letdown for many, myself included. The marketing leading up to its release promised a different narrative, and the actual story we got felt disjointed and ultimately didn't land well. While the core gameplay is strong, the narrative missteps hold Halo 5 back significantly in my overall ranking, and it definitely leaves it being the black sheep of the family. The next two are sort of little mini spin-offs. Halo Spartan Assault, this top-down shooter spin-off was an interesting experiment. While it offered a different perspective on the Halo universe and could be a decent time killer, it definitely felt more like a mobile game experience brought to a larger screen. For me, it didn't have the depth or engaging gameplay that I associate with the core Halo titles, and it's not even one I've felt compelled to revisit. Along with Halo Spartan Strike, it's similar. Spartan Strike offered another top-down perspective on the Halo universe, and while it introduced some new elements, it ultimately suffered from the same issues as Assault for me. It just didn't capture the essence of Halo that I truly enjoy. Now with this next sub-series, the Halo Wars duology, as someone who isn't a huge fan of real-time strategy games, Halo Wars was a bit outside of my usual comfort zone. While I appreciated the attempt to bring the Halo universe to the RTS genre, and knowing that Halo was originally going to be an RTS, so it's kind of coming full circle, and I could see the appeal for the fans of the genre, it just didn't click with me personally. Same thing with Halo Wars 2. I actually never really played this game. Given my experience with the first game, the RTS genre in Halo just hasn't been a priority for me to explore any further. And getting into the latest installment in the series, Halo Infinite, a game with a lot of potential that has not quite lived up to it. The gameplay itself feels fantastic. The return to a more open world structure was unique, and the grappling hook adds a great layer of mobility during the gameplay, which was fun. However, the campaign again felt somewhat disjointed from the other previous games and lacked the impact I was hoping for. And the multiplayer launch and ongoing support, well, let's just say it's been a bumpy ride. While there's definitely fun to be had in Halo Infinite, for me, it has just lost all playability for me and I really just have not come back since. So there you have it, my honest opinions on the entire mainline Halo series and the spin-offs I've played. It's a franchise that means a lot to me, and while there have been ups and downs, and even more downs I think, the core of what makes Halo special is still there. So thank you Indominus Gojira for the request, and let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Halo series. Have you played any of the games? What are your favorites? What are your least favorites? I'd love to know. Post them in the comments below. And as always, stay big, G fans.